Oh, here we go.
It is now.
All right, we're live. Thank you all for staying on. That's very awesome. There has been so much soul wisdom being shared tonight. The brotherhood in this tonight's call is amazing. It's so beautiful. We have people from all around the world, quite literally. And we started the call talking about emotional intelligence. How are we emotionally regulating ourselves as spiritual people, as conscious people, also as spiritual entrepreneurs in the room? And I'm going to give the opportunity for everyone in here to share a soul message with you. I pray it blesses you. I pray it encourages you, empowers you to keep going with whatever source is telling you to do at this time, and that you start 2025 fully committed, devoted to your truth, your spirit, as it's being called to rise and move forward at this time. There are people here on this path with you, so please don't forget. Um, Bubble, we haven't heard from you. I'm going to let you speak, and then Manuel. And if you'd like to speak next, just raise the hand and we'll go in that order.
I think Manuel was first, so I'm fine with just letting him go first.
Appreciate that, brother. I just want to say thank you for all you guys being here. Really, thank you for creating this space. The number one thing that was just touching on my heart that made me want to speak was authenticity, and that's what I felt today. We all come from different walks of life. We all have different journeys of how we got here. But what one thing that resonated truth with all was the oneness, the truth, seeking the God within. And as we all see God within, we're all finding that even though all our past, all our trials and tribulations was different, we all had that one common goal of seeking the truth of thyself. And then as we find ourselves, people are starting to look at us and see that we weren't the ones who were following the grain. We were the rebels, we were the trendsetters. We're the ones that were shunned, that was beaten. And even though going into 2025, we still hold on to our light. Right now, there are so many people with depleted light, falsehoods, living in so much shame in their own brokenness because they were following the false gods. But we were men and women who were following our own God within us. And now all the gifts are starting to reap now because the veil is thinning. And so as we enter the year of the nine, we're starting to remember our past lives. So when my brother was naming off all his gods that protect him, I was like, amen, I shake. Because those same gods roll with me. So when I tell people, yeah, I was in law enforcement, but I was there as a watcher, as an Elohim, to see what's happening to our little boys and girls, to see all the rape, trauma, manipulation, the way this government is completely full of shit that allows us to die and allows us to go through all these trials and tribulations and then put the blame on us because we decided to remove our own sovereign divinity. Sorry, our own sovereign divinity. So now that we're reclaiming that, now that we are remembering who we are, we're saying, no, I am who I am, and I'm going to tell you who I am. Now you can either accept it or you can walk away. But those who are in harmony are going to come together, and those who are not are going to separate. So this is where God speaks about the separation of the wheat and the chaff. Not all of us are supposed to be kumbaya when the light and the dark is not really in sync. Water and oil doesn't go together, but at the same time, they have a purpose. So there's a purpose to the dark, there's a purpose to the light. And then when we understand that duality, we understand that harmony, we know how to now use our light and our dark for the greater good. Our dark tribulation keeps us strong to the point when we see others who haven't gone through those turmoils that we've gone through. Instead of shunning them, instead of attacking them, we can have that grace to say, I've been there where you were. I see you. Now let me show you a way. Eventually, that person's going to have to find their own path, but we are all the light bringers. We are showing them a path, and we're showing their paths with our own unique life, our own unique stories, and it is all given to the glory of God, which is the one. It's both masculine, it's both feminine, because we both have these calls within us all. And so, as we're saying, this is a panel full of mostly men. Once before, this was not allowed for us to express ourselves. We were labeled sissies. You could have been labeled gay. You could have been labeled some type of antichrist person. You were not allowed to express your God divinity in a way that was uplifting. Like my brother said, it had to be something that was derogatory. You had to be a nigga. You had to be a businessman. You had to be something that was taking, that was oppressive, that was just dominant. But now we're able to flow in our feminine, in our masculine energies. We're able to actually help Mother Earth. We're actually help our spiritual women. And then we're able to protect them. And because there are those are in dark forces that are always going to try to come and snuff out the light. So it does need masculine vessels to protect the more feminine vessels, whether that's in the male or in a female. God has made us into a unique biodiversity of people because we all have different purposes. So when my brother was talking about, the heart surgeon, it's like, yeah, you have some people who love the limelight of the heart surgeon, but that's not their purpose. And so if we actually show them that, hey, we see you for that construction worker and we are loved and appreciated for that, you don't have to force yourself to fit in another role that is not really meant for you, because that's when that's when, things start to go out of order, because when we're not in harmony within ourselves and we're put in situations when a crisis hit, if you don't have the skill sets to really, manifest and do the skills that you say you're equipped to do, more people get hurt. And I witnessed that firsthand when I watched sergeants, lieutenants, doctors, nurses who should have been nurses, but they were able to get the place by the false matrix. But when we have that calling within, we have a purpose that can't be taken from us, and it's a fire. And as long as we nurse that fire properly, we're able to keep going. But there's times when the enemy attack us and we get gassed out. Our flame goes it dwindles. This is where we must, calm down, find a place to heal, recover, find like-minded individuals like this group, and then it recharges us like a battery. And then when we're really fully charged up, we're ready to go out. And I'll leave my message right there, and I'll leave it to anyone else who wants to speak.
Powerful. You said it so clearly. One thing I want to point out of what you said is the integrity of our purpose and what we do. Most people are doing what? Teachers, they're police officers, they're doctors, they're nurses. Most people are doing what the majority of what should be done, and it's not who they are. So therefore, we're living most of reality is a lie until someone says, no, I'm going to live in my truth. And it's the most dangerous thing to do. It's terrifying. But that's why I've created this space for all of us who are listening. We're going to do our soul mission. We're going to work for the divine as God says who we are, as Source says who we are, as we remember we are one with Source. And it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery to make those choices. So I hope this space continues to empower all of us to continue making the choices to live in integrity for our soul. Because it is up to us to save that soul, to honor this soul, to live in joy. It's possible. So just thank you for that reminder and for your very eloquently stated words of empowerment. Very much felt. Bubble truck.
You can also call me Damien. Like, it's just an email I created like a year ago. I wanted to talk about taking a rest. I didn't even know it was like the full moon going on, but I'm, like I said in the beginning, I'm cooking up right now so much. I'm still like, I thought I was like sick, but like I have like not fever, but I'm so hot, even though I have like a house and it's so cold in here. Like my pineal gland feels like it's about to pop out my head. My ears are ringing, and I've been sleeping, like I slept like 18 hours today. The day before that, like 15 hours, and I'm just having dreams and dreams and dreams. And it just feels like I'm high, like I'm on shrooms, even though I didn't take any. So it's just intense right now, the energy. And I'm also going through like a lot of change, like finally finished like the breakup with my girlfriend. That was very intense. And like she was kind of like a perfect mirror reflection of like the past, of like old things I didn't want to anymore. So I would account it to, well, I think everything is a reflection of yourself. So the vibrations are rising right now. So either you go with it or you burn down with it, without trying to push out any fears. But what I'm reading right now is that the energy is going up. So everything will be going faster. Everything will be going stronger. And whatever thing you're putting your attention into, it'll just be bigger. And right now I kind of can feel like how like the universe is asking me like, what do you still want to do? Like, where do you want to go? And then it'll send me something and it'll be like, this was like the old you. Are you still on that? And I'll be like, no, I'm fine. And then it goes away pretty fast. And like Abai also said, reacting to certain things is kind of like the signature or the proof to the universe that you have changed. Let's say like your little brother annoys you. Well, then you know he's your little brother. You're not going to fall for the bait, but because you're above it, because you transcended it. And I'm learning that right now, that like certain things, like I get them in my face and they're like blah blah blah, and I'm just like, dude, leave me alone. And then they go away. But if I don't like, and I put more intention into it, it'll still stick around. So I guess like at this point, like take your rest, take it slow, but also be kind of intentional and careful with where like you put your energy and attention to, because this is kind of like right now the time where it's like where do you want to go, and then it'll go there. Like there's not even like a game. Like I sometimes feel like I'm in a roller coaster and someone told me to put my arms inside or else like I'll lose them, and sometimes I'm still out here like woo, and then I get like worried that like my things get cut off, and it's just like I saying that with all the love, like I think life can be very beautiful, but it can also be very intense. And like how Abai said, like he has like situations where like it can get very scary really fast, and just knowing that like where you stand and that you don't agree with it is very important. Wait, I had like a cool quote to that. Circumstances don't matter, only state of being matters. I have it from like I don't know, he does like channeling. His name is Bashar. He's kind of out there, but what he says is very like important to remind you what a powerful creator you are, and what your mind is like. It's just a projection outward. And if you do not understand that, you're going to suffer in these upcoming years. Because for me, in school, I was like the nice guy. I didn't want to bother anyone, but I had a lot of negative festering things inside of me from things that were happening at home. And for me, I thought if I don't bother anyone and I don't physically or like talk to anyone, there shouldn't be a problem. But mentally, I was fighting everyone. And I was always confused why the whole world was fighting me. I always tell my friends, like, why does everyone want to keep fighting me? It's because I'm fighting everyone in my mind. Like, I would have like discussions with someone in my mind at work, and I'm like, oh, I hate that person, blah, 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 blah. And then the next day, boom, just like, so all I'm giving you right now, if you want to understand peep game, is like, understand it starts here and it'll project outwards, and it's just going to get more and more and more. So dip down the ego, understand what's going on inside, and try to heal from that, or else it's just, it won't change. And take your rest, just sleep. That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Can I touch on that just briefly? Do you mind if I add my 2 cents on something that's helpful for me in regards to that? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what this gal said on that Irida's method, that I can put that in the chat as well. You guys can check it out if you want, but she's this scientist gal that came up with a method to move energy upwards and stop thinking in terms of fight or flight response or anything like that. And she brought up that what you want to do is treat the lizard brain, like the infant, like a child, and you want to coddle it. And she said that you don't have to have anyone like a lover or a mother or a nurturing presence tell you to your subconscious that you're safe. You can tell it to yourself, and your subconscious doesn't know the difference. So you can act like you're holding yourself as a little infant and say, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. And you want to take care of your body, make sure you're warm and comfortable and well fed, and that your needs are taken care of and all of that. And you can oftentimes get out of a really nervous energy or things like that that are keeping you, like you feel like battling the world, you know what I mean? And instead, when you treat that part of your brain like there is safety, I'm safe right now, I know I'm okay. Maybe I have issues in the past and I have concerns about the future, but right now in this moment, I'm holding my own version of my child self and nurturing it. And then with the part of your brain that wants to be logical about everything and figure everything out, you can give it a task. She said, all you have to do is say, here, do this with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And anytime it wants to wander and figure anything out, you just bring it back to that method of breathe in, breathe out. And then you can think in terms of, if any thought comes across in my head, is this coming from my lizard brain or my middle brain or my quantum brain, where that part of our brains realizes it doesn't have to think in terms of logic whether or not we're all connected. It just senses that. It senses a deep connection. Like you talking about being very highly shamanic and in nature, like that sense you get in nature where you're with the forest and you feel like you're amongst forest spirits you know, that kind of sense of awe, or looking up at the stars. But these kind of experiences bring us, I think, into that higher brain consciousness of that quantum mind that is interconnected. It feels the streams of consciousness interlinking. And what creates a well like this one, where all of us are gathered here due to a light in the darkness. You know what I mean? That kind of concept. But anyway, I'll put that in the chat. Like I said, that gal's website for you guys, or YouTube channel for you to check out.
Thank you both for sharing. Pitta, thank you for your patience.
Hey, thank you for putting this together for all of us spiritual beings to meet up. Because I appreciate you for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I'm Patah Kimbango. So I'm originally from Memphis, currently live in Dallas. I'm excited to join the medicine garden. I'm a herbalist, you know what I'm saying? So I'm passionate about Mother Nature, history, music, innovation, you know what I'm saying? To name a few. I'm looking forward to connecting with like-minded individuals such as yourself, learning and contributing to where I can. And I'm pretty much here just to I'm pretty much here to get the evil out the people so they be acting right and put Mother Nature on top as first priority. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been abusing Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? She want to feed us and everything, and they nobody sees that. Like, they just go through life, buy stuff, don't even think nothing about it. So what's gonna happen when something happen? You know what I'm saying, or whatever? Everybody gonna be not knowing what to do. Mother Nature supplies us with everything we need: medicine, food, air, shelter, everything. So we gotta put her back on top. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, I speak. I'm really an introvert, really, but Most High, aka my dad, you know what I'm saying? I've been hermit mode for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Um, Hermit mode, looking at YouTube, reading, just learning a lot of stuff. And I think the most scariest thing was to get up on stage and talk. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that, but lately my coworker, he been recorded. I just get up there and talk. Nobody record. Well, people there they record, but not my own personal. So anyway, my coworker, he came for a couple of times and recorded it for me. And then I had put it to, like, he can't do it over 20-minute increments. So he sent it out to me, and I put it together. It's all backwards, so I got to redo it on my page. My social media, Patah_Kimbangu. You know what I'm saying, on the socials or whatever. But yeah, I'm in here to unite. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing, one thing I talk about is we ain't fighting no more in more wars. For instance, you know what I'm saying? If a war break out and they want our family members, cousins, whatever to go, do we know why they going overseas to fight? Nope. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta quit blindly sending our people out to go fight, not knowing fuck. And the way America is today, it ain't every time we go to war, it ain't benefiting us. It's benefiting them. You know what I'm saying? So now we gotta start asking more questions around here, for real. It's just and we just got to change the world. We got to change this world, because the way it's going, we got to start asking questions. Why is this? Why is that? Put people to the fire. Like, they've been putting us to the fire. We've been struggling in here while they billionaires and everything, messing off our money, throwing taxpayer dollars overseas and anywhere on some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? We need to start asking questions going up. And what's up? A whole bunch of us. Like for instance, man, my thing is, they finna come. They say they finna come. If something pop out, finna come get our kids. Nah, over my dead body. I got 2 teenage sons. Over my dead body, you finna come knock at my door. Think you finna come get one of mine? Nah. So we out here getting that mind state. And guess what? How many people got kids? Probably about 50, 20 million kids. They want to go to war. Can you imagine somebody orchestrating the kids not going? We got our own motherfucker. We got our own army. We the people army. You know what I'm saying? We need to fight the government. You know what I'm saying? The government, they poison our food to keep us how we is. You know, it's just so much. You know what I'm saying? We need to start doing instead of just talking about it. Now we need to motherfucking put these boots on and go do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on stage getting all this energy, getting my motivation up. You know what I'm saying? And going out here and finna make a change. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all out here are smart. I think we can invent something. You know what I'm saying? Especially Ryan, you know a whole bunch of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, great, man. All y'all unique individuals. I'm hearing how y'all talking and everything. I think we could do something, get something popping off. For real. You feel me?
Amen.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's happening. It's already happening as you're speaking. It's happening right now.
what?
Believe me. But the like spirit, the spirits that we are of divine purpose, like you said, Patah, look, we see our people, no matter what color they are, they'll claim they standing up for this and dying like a motherfucker for nothing. But when it come time for somebody to stand up for the truth about the things that you speaking about, well, Rayleigh and her channel and all her business and everything represents, ain't nobody willing to stand up. And it's like it makes no sense because we dying all day, every day for bullshit, but we claim we hard and we tough and we ain't soft, but ain't nobody standing up for this cause of divine purpose that we representing right here on this microphone, on this recording. And ain't nobody standing up for that.
That's
Why
because
when it come, they scared to die for real. They fronting. Because if you weren't scared to die, you'll get your ass on here and speak the way we speaking right now, being recorded on. Don't give a damn who see it or who listening to it. What you gonna do? Because like I said before, you cannot kill a spirit. And it's like when you know what you are, it's a done deal. Look at your name, Patah. You know what I'm saying? That people don't even know. They don't even know what that means. I know who Patah is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you name yourself. You be what you know you are. Like I said earlier, people claim that they this, that, and the other. And how you know they ain't lying because that's the energy that they exude and go out and be. They be this shit. And you look all around you, all you see is nothing but murder, stupidity, and bullshit. Because everybody is being nothing. They ain't being nothing that's connected to the universal prime creator. They ain't being none of that shit. So what you saying, and I'm gonna be quiet. Your point is stand up and be that which is connected to your origin. They can't stop us no way. They can't stop that energy because that's the energy that is before anything ever else ever came to be. It can't be stopped. But until we get rid of this so fearful ass mindset and pretending like we so tough and hard because we were so tough and hard, why we don't get our ass up and stand up for it? I'm just supporting what you were saying. I'm supporting everything that you were just saying.
shit, we can be tough and hard. We just need to be tough and hard for the right thing instead of tough and hard towards each other. That's crazy. Look,
Absolutely, absolutely.
that's crazy. To me, it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this, man. It's like this. They spent billions and trillions and billions of dollars to get us all, you know what I'm saying, divided and everything. And what we need to, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something, a big old secret, man. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, like I'm black, Ryan and everybody, they white and everything. Racism, whatever. Man, what the fuck are we being racist for? We in the same goddamn boat, man. And if motherfuckers want to be racist, let's get racist after we take this motherfucker back over. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it then. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think if we take this motherfucker back over, we'll be racist because we'll have some ingredients. You know what I'm saying? It's our shit. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is, man, it's so much going through my head. I'm just fickling through it, man. It's so much shit going through my head. Oh, before I check this, yeah. So Rayleigh, I had came across you on YouTube, man. And I heard you talk, man. And every time you talk, like, man, she look like she just been a bust out and cry or something, man. She must have had a hard life, bless her soul, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I had did, man, I was like, man, because you an interesting young woman, a unicorn, far between. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. I got this right here. Hey, I'm gonna want to get a sign too when I get through with it, man. I don't know what it said to get a sign. You got a PO box or something, man. I need to get that just signed, man. I'm in like what page I'm on? I'm on
She's blushing right now.
127.
She's
Huh?
blushing.
I concur.
What's that?
I concur.
What? Concur.
I made for blushing about the book. That's all.
I ain't mean to make you blush. My bad.
Thank you for
But
forgiving.
but yeah, man. When I get through, I want to sign. Man, that's not ask for too much. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't ask for too much. You know what I'm saying? I like when I meet people, or you know what I'm saying, like how you is, or because I had met a guy at work, a truck driver, and he got some books on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, but Amazon. He wrote 3. So I gotta start after this one. I'm gonna buy his first book and read it. And I want him to sign it too. My dad wrote a book. Guess who signed it? My dad. You know what I'm saying? So I just like sign books in my little collection or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna let you. I ain't gonna even hold y'all up. But that's like in a little nutshell what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Taking back what's ours. what God put here for us to enjoy and not pay for. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should go to sleep hungry. Look, I'm gonna tell you how crooked America is. Y'all probably know, man. Why these trees in America ain't producing no fruit? Why? Because they plant male trees. We need to put a female tree beside so they can grow mangoes, oranges, or what else. So nobody don't be out here hungry. This is a hope, man. Hey, let me calm down. Hey, but I'm gonna let y'all go and everything. But I appreciate y'all for giving me the time to speak.
Thank you. You're welcome to speak here. All of it, all the feelings. We're allowed to feel it all, right? Who was speaking? I think Manuel earlier. Like, I come on the videos, you see the love and light and peace, but you're right, Pita. I come through some shit to get here. So I don't like the gaslighting of toxic positivity. If you're conscious, if I'm here sharing a peaceful, loving message, it took some work for me to get here. Okay, I am not an unbalanced individual. I'm not without sin. I'm not without shadow. That being said, I wanted to say that two of the most precious people in my life are under the age of 23 years old, and they're in the military, and they're serving. They're of color. And let me tell you, I'm glad they're there. They're holding the vibration. They're leading the people. We need them there. And we can't run away from it. We have to run into it and change it. That's where we are. So thank you for being a voice. Keep speaking. Keep being heard. Make way. I create my own opportunities. I wrote the book. I said, I have my own authority. I edited it. I created it until a publisher saw me and gave me a chance. Okay? Create our own opportunities. Greg, and then if we could finish at 8:45. Kathleen, hello. Kathleen or Greg, I couldn't see who raised their hand first.
Please let Kathleen speak her truth.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You sure? I don't mind if you go, Greg. I don't
No,
have to
please.
speak.
No, please. I also like to listen because through listening, you can feel the vibrations, then you can understand better what people are really saying.
I just wanted to share, you guys all resonate with what I've got going on. And I really appreciate everybody who spoke today and shared some piece of knowledge or information because it helps me to grow. So I just wanted to share a piece of knowledge that I had read recently. If I can remember it, because it just slipped my mind. Oh, where Rayleigh was saying that we have to go into it. I was reading the Gospel of Hip Hop, and it says, unless you're prepared to go into the worst places in the world and deal with the worst people in the world, because that's what God's asking us to do, to share our light in those pieces of the world, because those are the pieces that need it most. So I just wanted to share that's just what we signed up for. That's why we're here. We're just here to spread our light and just be the best that we can be. And as I'm sure, Rayleigh had said that she has been through the storm. I'm pretty sure all of our lights are on because we've all been through the storm. So to even be here right now and to know that we have this light in us that most people don't realize they have, they can choose to turn it on at any point. And we're all divine human beings. We're just choosing to be divine and follow our light and listen to that voice. But I believe that we all have that within us. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thanks for having me, Rayleigh. I love coming here.
Thank you for being here. We just went through that full moon. My sisters, I know they're tired. I'm not even mad they're not here. I'm like, go rest, baby girls. Come back next week. The guys got us, right? Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you, Kathleen. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Great.
Well, okay. Thank you, Kathleen. It was important for me to hear your voice and to understand what you were saying. And maybe I may share this with you all. if I may call you all brothers and sisters, of course. I have heard so much energy of you guys. I have heard so much pain. I've heard so much um experiences. So many. In Dutch they say teleurstellingen. Teleurstellingen means so many times that you thought that you would get what you want, but you didn't get it. So many times that you asked yourself, why me, right? Or why us? And as I said, I'm not from America, but American culture comes everywhere. So I think I know Kendrick Lamar. You understand? But I listen to his music. I like his stuff. Maybe there are things of his that I don't know and that you guys know. I will be educated on that at one time. But I believe that he has a good message in his genre. Yeah, what I just wanted to say to you all, as I just wanted to tell you that from an outsider looking in, I do feel all of the pain that you guys are feeling, have felt. I think from the beginning when you guys were born, right? hmm I do believe that all of us as humans have a similar story. And because we have a similar story, the outcomes can be what we wish it to be. But for it to become that what we wish it to be regarding what's in your heart, right? Then you must have peace first, right? I know that the most important thing for you as a human to do first is to have your self-love, because if you have no self-love, you cannot help anybody else, right? All of you have children, or if you do not have children, I understand. I have kids of my own. I have a daughter of 23. She's in Cuba. She's studying for medicine. And the way that she got over there, I didn't do anything. God brought her in the position that she could go. Well, it was nearly an impossibility for her to leave, but she went. So that was hers. It would not be denied. For myself, what I wish to do, what I'm feeling now regarding all of you, what you have gone through, Pata, especially for you, as I'm, if I may say, you have shown a certain amount of emotion that was really catching, right? So I applaud you, my friend, if I may, that even if I have not experienced the same things as you have, the streets of Memphis, the streets of America, being a black man, even in my country, being a black man is an issue, to be honest. I think it's a generational millennia thing. It's nothing against the white brothers or race. It's not that. It's just the overall consciousness that is pushed into a certain, and those of us that do not see what it should be will see what others portray it that it should be. And the others, we all know that there are certain individuals that are controlled by other forces, and those want to control our souls and to eat our souls and all of that. I've gotten all of those things also, and I fought out of it. We know how to fight. We really know how to fight, because if it was for them, we would have been dead. But we don't care about them anymore. It is nice that I have met you all. The only thing I still want to say is keep it all up, Riley. Keep up what you're doing. It was interesting for me to be here. So it seems that we're still going to have our little meeting. And at one time or at one time in the near future, if it's possible, if God wants to, maybe you guys will come over to the Amazon, and we'll have to organize it in a practical way, right? And that we organize it that every one of you can come over here to Suriname, and then you'll see the other side of life. You guys have seen the concrete. You guys have seen blue water, maybe. Over here we have black water, and the black water is because it goes through the streams in the forest. Those streams are fed with all of the the trees and the branches and all of that, and it makes the water black. And when you're over there, then you can meditate. Then you can really meditate because you don't have too much of the bullshit that you all are unfortunately living in with the concrete jungle. That's something that I'm going to organize in the coming year, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But when that is organized, then we'll make sure that everybody will have the chance to come back to a certain root. It's not only Africa that has it, because we are everywhere. You understand? The souls of old, if you guys follow it, if you go to Atlantis and Lemuria and and Set and Thought, yeah, and Obalata, because I resonate with Obalata, yes, and Shango. That's for me personally. I understand that what is needed is to bring people together, organize what is needs to be organized, and people have no color, people are only light, and all the lights together make a really big bright light. When you have that, then you can go out and just like Mr. Smith in the Matrix, but the other way around. Right? You understand? It's the other way around. So everything is the duality, right? You have the black.
I want you to
and
put your hand into my chest.
Don't worry, my friend. If you believe it, it is so. All right? Simple. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm glad that I had the opportunity because as I am a human, it needed to get out. So it's out now. And we will see where it grows from here. All right? But please, you all keep yourselves cool because though that world that you guys live in, the environment, the energies over there, it wants to cut off what you need to see. And as you all are searching for the knowledge, go for it. But understand that America is the ultimate duality. Because it is the ultimate, and not only America, of course, also the other, more or less the Western countries. Come back to where you don't have that too much. Come back to the trees. Maybe Suriname, that area is a little bit cheaper to come to. You understand? We'll see what will happen because that is something that I've heard already that I need to organize. Maybe one time, maybe more. It will be organized. And when we have done that, then you guys can come together and see, okay, what we're going to do. You start small in your community with the people that you are with. Let's get this done, let's get that done. And when it's done, who will see, will see. Because the TV and the networks, they all want to give their own stories. What I have seen over there and in the Western world. I think Raileigh is going in the way that she will have her own network at one time. And that millions of people will have to tune in because the light emanates from somewhere. Maybe she will be the one that will organize everything and put it together with the help of certain individuals here that are like-minded and want to get things done. Structure it and get it done. Very simple. It's not hard. That's what I wanted to share with you. Peace.
Thank you. We're coming. You host the space, we'll come. And if I can help you host that space, let me know. That is very much what spoke to me when I first received the call of my soul with God be hosting spaces around the world. Maybe it is a network. Spirit has been maybe speaking to me that this would expand in that way. I welcome that. I welcome the many different pathways we can rise collectively. But just thank you for being here and welcoming that energy. Yes, everybody, return to the trees. They are our teachers. Thank you, Greg. Abai, will you close us out? 8:45 if you can. My bladder is screaming. And just thank you all. Let me remind you again, you guys can continue the conversations in the WhatsApp group. Email me and I'll share the link with you. And to anyone who's listening, we welcome you. email by RSVP, and I'll add you to the weekly invite. Bye.
Yes, I mean, I'm gonna try to be brief so someone else can speak. You know, Fatah was mentioning color. Okay, I know I told y'all this before that the term white was created in 1681. If you think I'm lying, Google this stuff. All of that shit is to get us focused on the physicality. It detaches you from your original spiritness, and spirituality. That's all it does. Because you could be looking at somebody who's a different shade than you. They may come from the same unseen spiritual family that you come from before you be cross the threshold into the physicality. So you just give these things thought. That's why I say you cannot ride with sewer ghettoish and hoodie shit and then think you could be divine. You can't be talking about you're a killer of physicality because all you're focused on is physical shit. Because if all your power resides in nuclear weapons, bullets, guns, and things like, you really have no power because you only can see power in the physicality. That means you have no connection with divine spirituality. I wanted to throw that out there. But the color shit, that is to divide your spiritual mindset. To keep it focused on physical things. And the more that you feed physical things, the further and further away you get away from your org spiritual self. Org is nothing but your origin. That's before names, before the concept of time, before physicality. So if you really want to know what the creator is, just say org. Just say my org. I come to you. I'm seeking what you are. I desire to be in that divine oneness and essence with you. And you start developing your own language, man. And before you know it, this stuff starts to make sense. It works. You'll find yourself in situations you used to be in, and you come right out of them because you know what you have tapped into is true because you find yourself being it. And then Greg mentioned love. Okay, the ancient word for love, M-E-R, myrrh. Until you can myrrh yourself unconditionally, you cannot do it for anyone else. You cannot give someone else something that you have not given yourself first. That is only pretending. You're only pretending. And then you know how you hear people say, I'm gonna use myself and Rayleigh, for example. Oh, I used to love Rayleigh. Well, you never loved her because you don't even understand love is a spirit, it's not a feeling. Feelings are secondary. Your feelings come second. Love is a state of being. You either be love or you're not because you can't be a thug and be love at the same time. You're confused, and you're feeding physicality, and you're playing a spiritual game. See, like these people that rudely interrupted us with this nonsense that we in the midst of now. They played and toyed around with spiritual things, and I'm telling y'all right now, they get ready to find out what God and Goddess really is. They're gonna find out. It's all this AI shit that they're creating. See, they're trying to create something to fight this spiritual battle that they know they're about to get their ass whooped. And so you see little groups of people like us coming together. Oh, eventually we're gonna meet. We're gonna all come together in physical presence, and we're gonna be around each other, and we're gonna be able to show each other the value of presence. Presence is everything. But you can't fake the funk. I said this before because a lot of people can speak the language. But remember this, you can't give what you have never given to yourself. See, so anyone that's pretending, the divine spirit will always be what it is. Evil would always be what it is. It cannot be anything else like deception and destruction. This if you go around thinking that you could deceive people, you've already been deceived. And if you call yourself being a destroyer, you're self-destructing because the last time I checked, the energy of destruction is self-destructing from its origin. So if you hold in hands with deception and destruction, you've already been deceived and you are self-destructing.
Hey, check this out. I'm going back to what Greg. Greg, you were saying you were saying about the rapper and everything. So we see now one thing we gotta stop doing is idolizing these dumbass celebrities You know what I'm saying? Look, they sell their soul to get on TV to show us a dumb ass watch, a stupid ass car, and to say, nah, I got this, I do your baby mama, all that dumb ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stop idolizing these celebrities, set us out like Juvenile back in the day, talking about jab that thing up or whatever it was. Telling everybody to go get that crazy ass shot from the government. We don't even know what's in the thing. They might all get your shot and stuff. Trainer did the same thing. So we need to quit idolizing these celebrities, don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? And also with these rappers too, that spread out of germination through the airways, talking about kill, do this. Y'all need to go back to your district, your hood, because they playing you, because they love you. You need to go build some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all tore it down because people listening to y'all music and killing each other off your shit. So you fucking the hood up too. So hey, all y'all rappers, you know what I'm saying, they talked all that crazy ass shit, got niggas killing themselves, wilding out, crashing out. Y'all need to go back to y'all hood and take care of y'all motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got some work to do in that motherfucker. You understand this?
Because
But check this out. Another thing though, oh yeah, I forget. But hey, Rayleigh, my bad about saying that I didn't want you to blush. I ain't want your boyfriend to be like, you on up blushing to this cat right here. That's why I said my fault. I ain't want you to blush. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pass the mic. But he said something about rap, music, and slave. I had to say that right there. I had to get that off.
hey, I'm gonna throw this in there, bruh. Whatever energy one has put into the universe, don't worry about it. That boomerang on its way back. Get ready for it because it's coming. Ain't no way around it. You cannot play the game. If you put it out there, as Elvis say, return to sender because it's coming, baby. You better get ready for it because it's coming. That's
Yeah,
all I got to say, y'all.
somebody got to tell him though. Nobody told him. Somebody got to tell him that. So here I am to tell him that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yes, sir. I love you for doing it, being brave to do it. Hey, somebody got to tell him the boomerang is on his way, partner. No matter how tough, whatever you got, whatever you think you're gonna do, this, that, and the other, your boomerang is on its way back to you.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
Luca.
I just had to jump in because when we can say, I don't want to curse, but when you say karma is a bitch, I have seen it firsthand. One of the greatest transformation that I was able to receive that made me so solid was when I was in law enforcement, the number of domestic calls, and I've seen it all. When I say there are some of these cases where I'm looking at the victim and I'm sad to say, I'm like, this was a karma due. And sometimes you're in these homes, you can feel such dark and dense energy. It is like no other. I'm talking about you have 6'5" men who were in the military, train all day. And then when we go into some of these homes, next thing you know, they just shake it. Because now we're dealing with a whole nother element where guns and bullets and tasers, it meant nothing. It was about the power of the spirit. And so there's so many times where people thought they were going to get away, living in these mansions, thinking that, they bust a lick and they just got away. And it'll be the most peculiar way that they get caught. It's just like, yo, it's not worth it at the very end when you realize your soul is on the line. And so when we see the scales of my yacht, everything we do, everything is recorded by thought. And then every night we lay our heads, there's something scribing it down. And then our hearts are weighed on that scale. And if you know your heart is heavier than a feather, it begins to consume you. And as early as you start lying to the very end, your heart sometimes weighs like the lead ball. And there's no matter how much times you try to cope, you drink, you smoke, it gets so heavy that you can't escape. And that's when you see people snapping. And next, like, yo, what happened to him? What happened to her? The toll was too heavy and the karma could have been paid. And so eventually these dark spirits says, time's up, we take you. And next thing you know, you out in the streets running butt naked, doing the wildest things. Sometimes you go back and you start repenting, you're saying sorry. That there's so much, and I don't want to get too much because we're really a bit over. And so I just want to share that because spirit karma is true. What we're all awakening now and we're all going through, especially like a fast ascension. We have to get all the guck out of us so we can be prepared for 2025. But there are some who are so rigid in their ways that they are going to burn underneath their own karma. And sometimes they will try to project that onto us and try to take us with us because we're all mirrors. So when they see us, our light, they're like, hey, why that light's coming from you? You're shining it on me so people can see my darkness. Now let me take you out. If I take out your light that no one can see, it's like, what? You better go over there. We've got our spirits team with us now. So if you want to mess around with one of us now, you're going to see a level of repercussions that's not going to be done with the flesh, but they're going to feel it so well. They're going to be like, I should have never messed with them. And they're going to know now to leave us alone because we're walking for a level of anointing, a level of light, an energy frequency and vibration that is pushing them away. And if they want to keep on stepping into the realm of where they shouldn't be, then there's going to be a cosmic law. We're starting to see man's law dissipate. It has no more power. The fear is dissipating. And now spiritual law is not returning. And those who are not in line, in harmony with the spiritual law, which is nature, are the ones who thrive, the ones who get the wisdom, the ones that Mother Nature speaks to and show her secrets. So it allows us to be the new millionaires and new trendsetters because we're going to be doing it with an authenticity that's going to be giving it back to the children, giving it back to the men, giving it back to the woman. And then the interconnectedness and harmony, it continues. So beautiful, guys. Thank you. Thank you all, man.
Thank all of you. All right, I'm gonna close it for tonight. This feels so good, though. I don't want to leave. So just thank you for speaking the things of my soul I don't share. I don't have to. We're all feeling it. We're all journeying together, quite literally. We're shared consciousness. We are one soul. I pray we get to meet in person one day. I will be hosting retreats. Greg will be hosting retreats. All of you, I pray, have your own platforms. Invite us. Expand the network. Thank you for being here. Continue forward. Keep your head up. Keep the peace in your heart. Keep going. I love all of you. I'll see you next week or whenever you feel called to come back in, and I'll see you on the other side.
Love y'all.
Respect. Bye-bye.
It was nice meeting you, all of you.
Yes. Likewise.
Likewise.
Peace.